everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this quick Wild Horizons product update tutorial video. My name is Jess, I'm our sales executive, so I am here to provide enhanced support for you and your team. Please reach out to me should you ever need any info, updates, or assistance. I will include a slide at the end of this video, so you'll have me on WhatsApp, email, and Skype. Please feel free to reach out should you ever need anything. So to get us started, I just want to give a very quick lay of the land. You'll see here is a broader map of the Victoria Falls area. In the bottom corner, we've got the Vic Falls International Airport. So the red line is the road that would be heading towards town. Before you reach Victoria Falls town is the entrance to the Victoria Falls National Park. This is where we've got 5,000 acres of private wilderness concession and have put two of our lodges, the Elephant Camp facing the Patoka Gorges and the Wallow Lodge facing the Missouri River. It's also where our Wildlife Trust is situated. If you weren't to take that turning and you were to carry on, you would reach Victoria Falls town. A really exciting update is that on the 15th of July 2025, we are going to be opening our brand new hotel, Waterfalls Lodge. I am going to go into more detail as we go along in this presentation, and you're also welcome to reach out if you would like the fact sheet. And then around the corner there, you will see the entrance for the Victoria Falls rainforest, which is what you can see behind me as well. On the other side of the road, perched on the edge of the Patoka Gorge, is our restaurant, the Lookout Cafe, really iconic, must-do activity in Victoria Falls. And then once you've entered the Zambezi National Park, you will find Old Drift Lodge on the banks of the river. So everything that I show you on this presentation is owned and operated by Wild Horizons. Our fleet of vehicles, our boats, our team managing the operations on the ground. All of our owner-operated activities and accommodation options are in Victoria Falls. However, we do have our own fleet of transfer vehicles and our own team of drivers in both Livingstone in Zambia and in Kasane in Botswana. So should your guests want to do, say, a Chobe day trip or to view the Victoria Falls rainforest from the Zambian side, you can still book that with Wild Horizons and know that it'll be our team taking care of your guests as they go to and from those two destinations. So just a quick transfers update. We've recently upgraded our fleet. We've got brand new, bigger Higers all the way through to the Quantums and coaches. And please keep the airside meet and greet service in mind. It's perfect for VIP travelers. And we do have wheelchair accessible vehicles available upon request as well. So now that you kind of know the general lay of the land, I'll run you through our lodges one at a time, starting with our beautiful 4-star property, the Wallow, located within the Wild Horizons Wilderness Sanctuary. We've got this gorgeous main swimming pool area, sunken fireplace overlooking the river, and a beautiful, vibrant interior for the main area. And we've got 16 suites altogether, dotted along the edge of the Missouri River. So at all three of our safari lodges, those being Wallow, Ellie Camp, and Old Drift, our child policy is no children under the age of 7 years old. However, 7 to 16-year-olds are 50% less the adult nightly sharing rate. So the Wallow doesn't have family rooms in the sense of two interleading bedrooms like the other two lodges. However, our team can set up a rollaway bed in the evening and take that away in the morning if you're traveling with children between 7 and 13. If 13 to 16 and we have availability and the parents are comfortable for teenagers to be in their own suite, then we're happy for them to do that, and there'll be no single supplement. It's still the child discounted rate, so it's a good one to keep in mind for family travelers. And then, unfortunately, corrugated iron just does not photograph all that well in the sun, but really beautiful outdoor shower. And you've also got your indoor bathroom, so indoor and outdoor shower. So one of the huge benefits of booking a Wild Horizons Lodge is because we own and operate so many activities in Vic Falls, the value adds are really good. So we include in the Wallow nightly stay a guided tour of the Vic Falls rainforest, scenic sundowners on the edge of the Patoka Gorge, so we've got about 2 kilometers of gorge front running through our private property, game drives, as well as a tour of the Wildlife Trust, which honestly is one of of the most underrated activities in Victoria Falls. It's so impressive what they do at that facility. They have a disease and forensics lab, so it's a very cool 45-minute tour. And then we also include a standard sunset cruise, just because everybody who comes to Vic Falls wants to be on the river, and so we've got that packaged in for our Wallow Lodge guests. Moving on to the Elephant Camp. So this is our flagship property, beautiful 5-star lodge within that same wilderness sanctuary. Ellie Camp has recently had a major refurb. So this is the new colour scheme. It's a lot lighter. We've got more glass sliding doors. We completely gutted the bathroom, so it was a soft refurb and then major changes too. We used to have family suites with sleeper couches. However, now 4 suites at the Ellie Camp have been remodeled into family suites interleading rooms. So 2 bedrooms, and each room has its own bathroom and its own entrance. So it's great for multi-generational travel. And then another really exciting addition with the refurb was the addition of 3 star beds. So these were onto existing standard suites. You've still got your bedroom downstairs, but guests can go up that flight of stairs and sleep under the stars. So convenient because your minibar, your bathroom, everything that you need is right there. And honestly, no one actually ends up sleeping up there. The second they hear a high, it's back down. But it's not like you have to phone and you're an hour away for a guide to come and get you. So really convenient, and your guests will wake up with this fantastic view into the Patoka Gorge. So really special, and we don't charge a premium for the starbed suites. There's 3. All you need to do is request if there's one available, and if so, it's a complimentary upgrade, and you will get confirmation that you have the starbed suite. So included at the Elephant Camp, we've got your Gorge Sundowners at a different spot to the Wallow, your guided tour of the falls, a village tour, a Zambezi Royal Sunset Cruise, so Zam Royal is our more high-end luxury option, an elephant conservation experience, a tour of the Wildlife Trust, and a canopy tour, which is 9 mini zip lines zigzagging in and out the gorge with a bridge walkway, as well as breakfast, lunch, and your drinks at the Lookout Cafe. Our third lodge is Old Drift, so probably our most popular, on the banks of the Zambezi River. We've just extended the deck, so we've got this beautiful floating deck out over the water. 14 beautiful suites, all river facing. 4 of these are our family suites, so 2 interleading rooms, each with its own bathroom and its own entrance, with a beautiful private pool, outdoor bathtub, and 3 starbed suites at the Drift as well. And again, no premium charge for these suites, just request, we'll confirm, and it's a complimentary upgrade. So all of our guests will arrive at Old Drift by boat. They'll do a road transfer from either the Livingston or Vic Falls Airport to the Wild Horizons jetty, which is where our cruises operate from. From there, Old Drift will collect them in a small luxury boat and transfer them by river to the lodge. It's only about 15 or 20 minutes by water, but it's a really nice way to start the safari. And if they're lucky, they'll see some elephants or some hippo along the way. Included at the Drift, morning and evening river cruises. We also do a beautiful beach picnic, so scenic sundowners after a game drive. Also included is a guided tour of the rainforest, as well as breakfast or lunch at the Lookout Cafe, including your drinks. I just want to quickly touch on our signature specials. So I'm going to use the 4-night as an example. This would be 2 nights at the Elephant Camp, 2 nights at Old Drift. On top of all of those included activities, your guests can also choose another one from the list below. What's really cool about these specials is that you don't have to do the lodges consecutively. So for example, your guests could stay 2 nights at the Ellie Camp, and then go to Wangi, go to the Delta, wherever else they want to include on their safari, come back for the 2 nights at Old Drift. We would still count that as the signature special, so they still get their extra activity and the reduced rate. So like I mentioned before, in July 2025, we'll be opening our brand new hotel, Waterfalls Lodge, right on the cusp of town, great location, with a shuttle going at regular intervals throughout the day to all of the hotspots in Vic Falls, so our guests can easily access everything that they want to in Africa's adventure capital. We are putting Waterfalls into the market at a 3-star hotel rate, and This is because we like to undersell and overdeliver. So rather have your guests leave feeling like the experience completely exceeded all expectations and exceptional value for money. 60 bedrooms and operating on a half board, full board, or bed and breakfast basis. 16 of these 60 rooms will be interleading, so perfect to convert to family units. And then just for an extra special touch, we are going to say to guests, they can swap a meal at the hotel for one at the Lookout Cafe instead. For example, if they were staying with us on a bed and breakfast basis and would rather have breakfast at the Lookout one morning, not a problem at all. It would just exclude the transport there as well as the drinks, but the meal would be covered. An exciting update. So this is your view from within the restaurant. You can see the bridge connecting Zimbabwe and Zambia, and then this lower floating deck has recently been renovated and converted into a high-end cocktail canapé bar, and it's now got nice shaded areas and a separate canapé and cocktail menu from 4 until 7 every day. And now happening around the Lookout Cafe are all of our high wire activities. So we've already spoken a bit about the canopy tour, which is included at the elephant camp. Then you've got your gorge swing, which is a 75-meter free fall swing at the bottom, a zip line across the gorge, and flying fox, where your harness is attached at the back, run off of the little platform and lifted into Superman position to fly over the gorge. We also do single and multi-day rafting adventures. So our low water rafting starts from Rapid 1, which is right at the base of the Victoria Falls, and ends at 19. High water, it starts at Rapid 11 down till 23, and there is a steep hike out of the gorge at the end, but a lovely lunch served at the top, and really beautiful experience. Grade 5 rapids, some of the best in the world. And then just to run you through our different cruise options. So standard sunset cruise, it's a slightly larger boat. You've got delicious finger food, snacks, local brand drinks, and a 2-hour cruise. The Zam Royal is our slightly more high-end option. So really beautiful luxury service, a warm towel on arrival, hot and cold canapes, cocktails, and a slightly smaller boat, so a bit more exclusive. Your drinks, your snacks, and your transfers to and from the Wild Horizons jetty are all included. And then my personal favourite option is the dinner cruise. So we've got these gorgeous double-decker boats. The top level is set up like a big lounge area, similar to the furniture we've got on the Zam Royal. So guests will have their sundowners up here. After the sun has gone down and all the other boats dock, we have permission to continue cruising, and guests will move downstairs where it's set up for dining. Beautiful 3-course a la carte menu, kitchens on board, chefs are on board, so all freshly prepared, and a really gorgeous experience to have dinner on the Zambezi after dark. I've just included a little snapshot of our dinner menu. These do change seasonally, but I thought it would be nice to give you a little idea of the caliber of dining. So it really is a wonderful experience. And then to touch on some of our family-friendly activities, I think a lot of people assume you go to the falls, do a cruise, tour the falls, maybe a heli, and you're done. There's so many other little hidden gems. For example, our e-bike tours. We also have mountain bikes. Start and end at the Lookout Cafe, cycle over the Vic Falls Bridge, feel the spray around the big baobab tree. Guests will try some cream of tartar that's fallen. Our lunar rainbow tours, so the night before, during, and after full moon, the moonlight is bright enough that it casts moonbows. So we do guided tours of the rainforest after dark. And then our art safari. Guests will go for a game drive within our wilderness sanctuary to wherever the elephants have roamed. Normally they're hanging out by a watering hole. You hop out. Easels, paintbrushes, canvas is all supplied and set up for you. And then either Titch or KK, who are 2 local Zimbabwean artists, will be the tutor for the next hour or so as guests paint what they see in front of them and the wildlife in their natural environment. After the activity, they'll have lunch on the banks of the Missouri before they transfer back into town. And finally, just to walk you through some of our cultural connection tours, my personal favourite is the Pay It Forward activity. So basically, what we noticed is that people would arrive in Vic Falls with suitcases filled with notebooks and pens that they wanted to donate to a local school. So well intended and kind, except, you go to do the drop off and the headmaster opens his cupboard and says, listen, I have 500 of these. What I actually need are light bulbs for the library, for example. So now what we've said is if your guests would like to give back, tell them not to bring anything with them. We will go and get a wish list from the school, the orphanage, or the old age home, and then we'll take your guests shopping. So, to all the different local markets around town, they're going to spend their money on the local economy and they're giving back in a way they know is making a meaningful difference. Another cultural connection tour that I like to highlight is called the Home Hosted Meal. So, this activity was started and it's run entirely by our reservations team. The whole fee goes directly to them. Basically, whichever member of staff is hosting that day will leave work a few hours early and meet guests at their family home, where together they'll share a traditional meal. So it could last an hour, it could last 3 hours, it really depends on the guest, but it's a beautiful platform where our team can share that, Vic Falls is more than just a beautiful view and landscape. There is a cultural heritage and legacy here as well. So this is a way that they can celebrate and share that, and at the same time earn some extra income. So, our cultural connection tours are just two examples of what we are doing behind the scenes to share the benefits of tourism with the local community. But there are so many ways that your booking has got a ripple effect that makes a positive impact. Another way that Wild Horizons is helping out behind the scenes is through our Raincoats initiative. So we've sourced and donated reusable raincoats to 30 vendors outside the rainforest. Every time you book a guided tour of the falls with Wild Horizons, we go and rent those raincoats back from them. So that's providing ongoing income to 30 families in Victoria Falls. We've also got our Prestige Clean team that does the litter sweeps. We've got a conservation education program. So annually, 1,000 school children will transfer from the rural areas to the Victoria Falls Wildlife Trust, just a grassroots education program that reaches the next generation of decision makers. So there's a whole heap going on, but if you would like to find out a little bit more about how you can travel for good, please do get in touch because we've got a lot of very cool initiatives that don't always appear on websites or newsletters and social media that I think are really important to know about when you're choosing where to travel. And then just to round us off with a few slides to show you the seasonal changes within the rainforest itself. And then for a slightly closer perspective, this is a high water photograph. So here is my business card. You can scan the QR code to save my details directly onto your device. Otherwise, I am always available on WhatsApp, email. You can also reach me on Skype. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this product tutorial.